and welcome to an English Solutions for Business and Life video. Today we will be looking at Full Blast, Level 81.1, Module 2, topic All About Me. And we will be looking at the verb to have, plural forms of nouns, these and those, whose, what does this word mean, and also possessive case. What is it and how do we use it? As well as the verb can. So let's begin. First, let's look at the verb to have. We use the verb to have to show or express possession, as well as to describe people, animals, and things. First, we conjugate have for I, you, we, you again in plural, and they. We conjugate it as has for he, she, and it, which are the third person singular nouns. For example, I have a scarf. You have a jacket. We have 2 boots. She has a skirt. He has a belt. Now, the negative form, we use the auxiliary verb to do in its negative form. For example, don't have and doesn't have. We use don't have for those personal nouns that go with have and doesn't have for those that go with has. For example, we don't have jeans. She doesn't have a hoodie. The question form also uses the auxiliary verb do. And for I, you, we, and they, we use do and have. For the other personal pronouns, we use does and have. For example, do you have shoes or sneakers? In this module, we looked at some vocabulary for clothes, which we already mentioned, and we will add the following words: t-shirt, pants, dress, leggings. Now let's look at the plural of nouns. We will look at some rules. For example, most nouns will take an S in the end. For example, dog will turn into dogs. But those nouns that end in S, CH, SH, XO will add an ES at the end. For example, box will turn into boxes. Those nouns that end in a Y will drop the Y and we will add IES at the end. For example, country will turn into countries. Except for boy, which will turn into boys and not BOIES, which is wrong. For those nouns that end in an F or an FE, we will drop those endings and add a VES at the end. For example, scarf will turn into scarves. There are some irregular nouns. For example, man will become men. Woman will become woman. Foot will become feet. Tooth will become teeth. Person will turn into people. Many one mouse or many mice, and fish stays as fish. Now let's look at these and those. We use these to point out people, animals, or things that are close to us. For example, these are my books. They are close. Those are my friends. They are far. Now let's look at whose, this word. How do we use it? Well, we use whose to ask about possession. For example, whose book is this? We're asking who it belongs to. It's mine. It's my book. Or it's Tim's. It's Tim's book. Notice this apostrophe. We're talking about Tim, and that the book is his. This apostrophe is called a possessive case. We use the possessive case to express possession, and we form it by adding an apostrophe and an s to a singular noun. For those plural nouns that end in s, we add an apostrophe at the end. For example, my parents' computer. Parents is in plural, so we only add an apostrophe or a possessive case at the end. Now let's look at the verb can. We use can to express ability, being able to do something. For example, the cat can eat because it's able to eat. The rabbit can jump, but the snake can't dance, or the dog can't sing. As you can see, we very quickly looked at the positive forms of the verb can and the negative forms of the verb can. These forms don't change no matter who the subject is. We just add can after the subject and the verb that we are expressing the ability to do. When asking a question about the ability of something or someone, we place the verb can at the beginning, then the subject, and at the end, the verb that we are asking whether they have the ability or not to do. Can a spider swim? For this example, we could say, no, it can't. Can a parrot fly? Yes, it can. Now let's look at some other vocabulary. We looked at appearance during this module. Vocabulary for appearance. We could use an example, such as my friend is chubby, my friend is young, and my friend is tall. We could imagine someone chubby, young, but tall. But if we think about another example, such as my grandma, we could say my grandma is thin, old, and short. These are just examples to show how we can use these appearance adjectives. And these were pretty much the vocabulary that we saw during this module, as well as the grammar rules that we saw, which are spread out evenly throughout this unit. So that's it for this module. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next video.